Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where together we gather and we learn tools to allow ourselves to really step into the man, the woman that we're becoming. This is that safe space where we have dynamic, delicious dialogue, uh, back and forth conversation about what does it mean to touch the next best version of ourselves. I'm super excited because I've been doing these series on answering your questions that came from Powerhouse Speakers event. If you did not make it to my last one, don't miss the next. There, my students asked questions and they said, listen, we got burning questions around our business, around our speaking, and we consider you one of the experts in the industry, and your track record shows that you know a little something something about a little something something in business and in speaking. And yes, I do. And so I decided that instead of just sharing the answers at our Powerhouse Speakers event, that we would share them here so that everyone can benefit. Because when you're coaching one person, you're coaching everyone. So today, I'm answering Diana's question. Diane, I wonder if this is my Diane off the campus, because she has been with us for a while. Diana said, I post on Instagram and Facebook every other day and have a beautiful website. What else can I do to promote myself? Diana. This is a very common question, and it makes great sense. I hear it all the time. Trust me when I say Yana. And if you're joining me for the first time here and you don't know about our Yana, Y-A-N-A, that means you are not alone. Diana goes on to say, Lisa, I'm doing all the things that I'm doing, but I'm getting no clients. All right, so Diana, and to anyone else who you're putting yourself out there, promoting yourself, and you're like, where's the ROI? Where's the return on investment? When is it going to happen? And what does it look like? Or here's a better question. Am I getting an ROI that I'm not even seeing? Am I getting a return on my efforts and I'm not tracking it because I'm looking over here for this kind of return, but I'm getting this kind of return, so I'm missing it? Am I missing something? So Diana, I'm going to expand your questions a bit so that I can give you a full, robust answer. Here are my top 3 tips for promoting yourself. Number 1, be super clear about who you are and about what you provide and how you serve people. So in order to do that, you need to be super clear. Write this down. What's the problem that you solve? Or what's the desire that you help come to fruition? I know you've probably heard me say that before, but it's because the truth doesn't change. I'm not going to give you 19 different answers to a question when the one answer is the answer. It's the Mecca answer, right? So who are you and who are you to the world? A lot of times, Diana, we touch no one because we're trying to touch everyone. Okay, type your name in chat if that just pushed a button for you, like, oh my God, that's me. Listen, I'm not speaking from a place of judgment or even as the coach solely. This was what I did. Remember, my company name is called Motivating the Masses. So I was trying to touch everyone, and I wasn't impacting or converting anyone. So be super clear on who you are and what you provide as a service, what the pain is that you solve, what the desire is that you help bring to fruition, and how can you serve me, right? Remember, you're not talking to everyone. You're talking to one person at a time. Number 2, you want to be consistent. Diana, you talked about you post every other day. That sounds like it's consistent. However, in the posting every other day, are you moving them through a journey? Are you just providing content? Are you speaking to something way out there? Are you inviting them every third or every second invitation? Are you inviting them to join? Are you inviting them in such a way that you're inviting them to get the solution to their problem by choosing you? Or just inviting them to subscribe or inviting them to follow you? I see so many entrepreneurs out there doing it wrong because they're blending social media with business building media. They're not the same. They're both done on social media. But social media is just, hey, let me hang out, let me TikTok, let me share a little something with you. Business building media is you have a strategy. I'm gonna serve. I'm gonna become the owner of this content. I'm gonna become considered the expert in this area. I'm gonna invite you to join me, join my tribe. Click here, come get this free, assessment that I have. Get this free newsletter I have if you want to grow in this area. So it's important to ask what I call a benefit-based question. If you want to grow your business, you want to be consistent in your life, I'm just making this stuff up. If you want to trim your body and tone your muscles, then like join me here in this campus because I can help you get there versus just follow me, right? So you want to be consistent with your posting, but you want to post to a benefit-based, problem solution based, and then you want to make some invitations. Number 3, you want to get from behind the screen and make real connections. So Diana, I'm not sure how you're doing your posts, but sometimes you can post every day. You can post twice a day and still have no connection. So you want to look at the people who are creating great connection on camera. What are some of the key things they're doing? Because trust me, it's not just an experience. There's some techniques. And if you're on my campus, you know there's some clear techniques. You want to do the audience connection formula. And the audience connection formula, you want to do that as much as possible. That's the me, we, you. So you want to start with there was a time when I, and go back to a time when you had a struggle. And then the second one is the we. We have a tendency to, and then share something that we as humanity have a tendency to do. And then the third part is have you ever? Ask a question that allows the audience to go, yeah, that's so me. When you do a benefit-based question, there was a time when I didn't think that I can stand in front of a camera and bring value. We all have a tendency to minimize our greatness and to minimize our skill set based on who we were in the past. Has there ever been a time when you knew that you wanted to do something, but you immediately thought you weren't qualified to do it? I just did it to you. Me, we, you. You might want to press rewind to see that again. It's smooth as butter. And what happens when you do the me, we, you audience connection formula is that people start seeing themselves in you and it becomes a tribe experience versus you just dictating to them. So you want to make sure that you up level your connections. And if you want to know how to do that, like, oh my God, I don't know how, go on my website and go and join the webinar From Good to Unforgettable as a Speaker, because at least there it's free. I'll give you a few techniques on how do you create exchange. And instead of doing it like that, I spend about 50 minutes giving you some techniques that create instant connection. So it may not be how often you're producing content, but it may be the quality connection impact of the content. So those are 3 quick things. Of course, there's more, but that'll get you started. Remember, you are not in the data collection business. You're in the implementation business. Remember, don't be an info junkie, be an implementation junkie. So I'm not going to give you everything here. I'm going to give you something to start. And oftentimes when I'm coaching someone and I give them some starting and they say, but, I ask the question, are you more committed to the reasons why this won't work? Are you willing to try one thing that can make it begin to work? So I ask you that as well, not just to Diana, but to you as well. Remember, this show is not just a monologue. I'm not here for your entertainment. Though I can be quite entertaining, I'm here for your transformation. I'm here because someone poured into me. And with every little nugget of coaching that I implemented, keyword, that I implemented, my life began to transform. It didn't transform overnight and it didn't do an instant 180. But in needlepoint move to needlepoint move, my life became unrecognizable. And that's my prayer for you, is that your life becomes unrecognizable in such a beautiful way. This is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. We're in a relationship. I love to hear from you. I'd love to hear the comments. What in this particular episode did you need to hear? And when you do that one little needlepoint move, it's not going to change overnight. You got to do it and do it. It's like getting on a bike until you're riding it smooth and until you can go further. But what did you need to hear to help you go a little further? Always remember that this is your home and that we are your tribe and that this is a judgment-free zone. Nobody can do you better than you. And all I want to see is the you that you do. Because if you don't do you, you'll never be done. I'm your sister in this journey. I'm your ordinary sister choosing every day to make one more extraordinary decision along beside you. I'm your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And I will coach you, cheerlead you, and champion you all along the way. The key thing I want you to know is Yana. In your journey, wherever you are, whether you're on a mountaintop or whether you might be in the valley, you are not alone. I believe in you and I love you. And click here to see some goodness. There's more goodness to come. And I want you to have it. I'll see you real soon on the next one.